It's finally happening. We get massive reports coming out from NHL insiders that Patrik Allvin and the Vancouver Canucks are nearing a contract with their top prospect, which changes everything for the team not only this season, but for the years to come. We have a lot to break down on this prospect, the possible contract, and much more. So you want to stick around for this episode. Before we get into that, if you're enjoying this content, it's completely free to hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep you updated on everything to do around the Canucks. But with that, we got to hop straight into this big topic today. And if you haven't seen it yet, Cam Robinson of the Elite Prospect said, "I'm told negotiations between the Canucks and top defensive prospect Tom Willander are ramping up. Appears the most likely outcome, time permitting, is Willander signs and sees NHL action down the stretch to cash his signing bonuses and have a year burned off his ELC. Willander and BU played this morning in a do-or-die versus Iowa State. Now, if you have been keeping up, we do know from Dave Hall on Twitter that BU did beat Ohio State 8-3. They will go on to play their next game Saturday, March 29th at 1 p.m. PT. The winner heads to the Frozen Four. Aiden Celebrini, Canucks prospect, also scored the game-winning goal assisted by Tom Willander, which holds up to be the game-winning goal of this game. Now, the biggest thing with this is, yes, Tom Willander does advance into the second game of this, and if he does win this, they go into the Frozen Four. But with the reports coming out, it does seem like immediately after his season with BU, Boston University, ends, we will see Tom Willander, their top prospect, in a Vancouver Canucks jersey and playing games for him as early as this season. Listen, this kid is going to be electric, and I know there's a lot to talk about. Listen, we do see from Rick Dolly as well, Tom Willander's season could be over today. No negotiations will take place until Willander is officially done for the season, but it does seem from reports like Cam Robinson that he is speaking to the team. His agent cannot speak to the team to sign a contract. They can't sign a contract while with BU, but he can still speak to the team, and it does seem, like I said, that he will sign with the team this season. Now, looking at Willander, if you haven't been following the channel for a while, or the Canucks prospects, this is their top prospect not in the system right now. Jonathan Lekramacky has been promoted to the Vancouver Canucks. We've seen him playing outstanding, and this kid's going to be even better. Looking at Willander with Boston University this year, 35 games played, 2 goals, 20 assists for 22 points. He's a right-handed defenseman, 20 years old, 6'1", 180 pounds, and he has grown a bit since this. Former 11th overall pick by the Canucks in 2023. He is going to be the real deal on this Canucks roster, not only on the offensive end, but on the defensive end heading in. You can see the prospects Don asked Cam Robinson, who covers everything to do with prospects. I highly recommend to check him out. What he sees his game to look like and translate. He says a dependable second pair defender capable of playing in any situation. Listen, if Tom Willander can join this Canucks team as a second pairing defenseman in the next 2 seasons on an ELC, join this team to not only play great defense, but also dish out assists, and he has a nice shot. This is going to change everything for the Canucks as they look to load up on more potential and star power to make a push for the playoffs. And listen, we're not going to talk the playoffs. I know that's a tough subject at the moment. I don't even really want to talk about it. But Tom Willander joining this team is going to be awesome. Looking at the lineup right now with Tom Willander possibly joining as early as this season, Quinn Hughes and Hronek don't break it up. Marcus Pettersson and Myers has looked good, but it's going to be interesting between forward, Pettersson, that's DPD, that is. You have Mancini. These guys are going to cycle out if the Canucks do lose a wildcard spot, or if they don't make the wildcard spot. We could see a lot of games from Willander on this third pairing just to get him reps in the NHL as he's set to join with his team. Tom Willander is going to make an immediate impact. Yes, you're going to have growing pains, but he's going to be a lot more polished than people expect, as we've seen him do through his entire career. Not only in the NCAA, but he's also done it in the Swedish Hockey League with Rogi BK. We've seen him in the World Juniors as well, being dominant in that with goals, assists, playing incredible defense, one of the top defenders in the entire tournament, and it's going to get interesting where there's implications going into next season as well. Listen, Noah Juleson is not going to come back to this team. We know he's out currently with an injury. He had surgery. He will not return as a UFA at the end of the season. DPD on his ELC will return to the same as Victor Mancini. It's going to be interesting what the Canucks do with Derek Forbort, as it does seem like they're very high on him, and he has been playing good. I mean, we've seen him score a goal just 2 nights ago. So that is quite exciting to see him get some offensive output. But with the defense appearance on this Canucks team, there's a lot of guys locked up, and I do think Rick Tocchet, and especially if he stays with all the rumors of the Philly stuff, which I don't think is going to happen. But looking at this team, there's going to be a lot of cheap contracts cycling through the bottom pairing, which adds a lot where the Canucks don't have to go out and spend $3 to $4 million on a third pairing defenseman when they have 3 capable young defenders to be injected into this lineup at any point. Couple right-handed, you have DPD as a left hand. It's going to be really fun to watch this D pairings, and especially with the speed we seen PD the other night got on that back check. That was insane. So looking at the pairings, looking at the players signed, we could see Willander make this Canucks lineup as early as next season as maybe someone that's going to be in as a 6th or 7th defenseman for some time. And listen, it doesn't even stop there or scratch the surface on some defenders. Minio's another name to definitely keep an eye on with the Calgary Hitmen in the WHL this year. 26 points in 31 games. We do see Minio play with Team Canada in the World Juniors this year. He played great in that tournament. He probably didn't get as much time as he should have got. But from Kamloops, BC, 19 years old, 6'1", 181 pounds, drafted in the 3rd round. This is another defender that's looking to make the Abbotsford Canucks as a full-time guy as early as next season, maybe even to make a push for the Vancouver Canucks. Now listen, he's not going to make the Canucks over a lot of guys on this list, especially with Mancini, DPD, and Willander fighting for that spot. But Minio is a guy to keep an eye on, especially during the tournament as well when he's playing in the WHL playoffs. This kid's electric, and watching his game is so fun, and there's a lot of polished stuff to his game. But once again, it doesn't stop there. Kirill Kudratsov is another name we've seen with the Abbotsford Canucks this year. 24 points in 55 games, 4 goals, 20 assists, 7th round pick. He's looking like a great AHL defenseman that could bump up and play a tiny bit of NHL time. A lot of these guys are going to take time to develop. You're not drafting the guy in the 7th round to make an immediate impact on the Vancouver Canucks. But as I said, this is scratching the surface of multiple of their young prospects on the defensive end. Kudratsov, Minio, even the young guys they have on the team right now. Listen, I'm the biggest fan of this current D-core where you have the young guys of DPD, Mancini, and Willander joining. I think these guys are going to have a lot of competition with each other to make the pairings even more competitive than we've seen this season. But Canucks fans, what are you most excited for with these young guys? What defenseman do you think is going to have the highest ceiling out of all these guys? This is someone I haven't even talked about. Listen, I know Quinn Hughes, but I'm speaking about the guys 22 years younger. Let me know down in the comments who's your favorite Canucks prospect. Maybe we'll cover that in another video, but that'd be it for this episode of Canucks Digest. I am super tired. It's almost 1 a.m. from Newfoundland right now, so I'm trying to get through this. But if you enjoy this, make sure to go down, leave a like, subscribe, share this with your friends. We'll be back with another episode, so keep your eye out for that. But I've been your host, Mark. Bye, and take care.